Hello there. Oh, you fucking nerd. I used to be the only Star Wars nerd in this podcast.
Fine, hold on.
No, you weren't.
Hold on.
Derek has always
I
been.
have the high ground now.
Oh, come on, man. Only fucking Sith speaking ultimatums.
If only you could have put him on the bottom and been like, I have the high ground now, bitch.
Oh, he can always.
Damn it, didn't work.
Nope.
Now that Jack is an admin, he just stays on the top, I think.
Yeah. We've already discussed that.
All right. Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
We're here
Hello.
and we're talking about a mailbag.
Yes, a kind of a first, not first letter we've gotten.
No, but this is a pretty exciting letter.
What?
The other night at 11 p.m., I was hanging out and got an email to badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com.
It was like 1 or 2 a.m.
It says 11 p.m. right here.
Oh. Well, you got it at like 1 or 2 a.m.
But I believe
No, it's
this
11
person.
p.m.
I believe this person is in the UK, so because he's on a different time zone. But
it is almost 11 p.m.
we received an email from Wes Fairs. Let's just go into it. I'll tell you why. You'll figure out why I gave you his last name, because I don't usually give people's last names.
Yeah, and Derek's name if you're watching on video.
Yeah, you'll get it. So, your review of Deadly Run in episode 67 was spot on. I play the part of Bobby Jr., that kid in the film that points the gun at his sister. This is actually
With
me and
intent.
my sister IRL. So,
Wait, his sister's name is Earl?
So it's really his real life sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what IRL means, by the way. I
So
was making
this
it.
is the first time we've received an email from someone who's in a movie that we talked about.
I know
That's
that's so
the first.
fucking exciting.
I mean, way back in the day, we got a retweet from Pauly Shore,
Yeah, we did.
It was great, too.
but that's the closest we've gotten to knowing that a celebrity, knowing that a person in the movie that we talked about, no offense, is even aware that we're talking about them.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it reached somebody.
It continues, as for me, I was 10 and my IMDb profile is still just this. And he gave me the link and it's only this movie.
Okay.
Although y'all gave it 3 thumbs down and suggested no one order it, thankfully someone with the handle of Steve Winwood, and it's Winwood, like would you?
Oh, Wood.
Oh, not like Steve Winwood, the musician.
No, I think that's what they're going for, but
Steve
it's
Winwood the carpenter.
It's WOULD.
Okay.
Someone by the handle of Steve Winwood put the full movie out on Vimeo, and he gave me a Vimeo link, which I'll include with this episode in the description, because we did say don't bother watching this movie, but one of the big barriers was that the only way to get this movie was to find a DVD on eBay.
Yeah, that always changes our recommendations, because if this was on, and especially with a lot of my caveats, if this was
Yeah.
streaming, I'd have a very different opinion of it. But when it comes to the price you have to pay to track it down, I didn't find it worth it.
Definitely not worth it.
And that's just not disparaging anybody involved in the production.
And me being me did not remember this movie, so I had to go back to episode 67
Ooh,
and listen to it.
it's fun.
And the second it started, I was like, I remember the movie.
I did end up giving the DVD to our listener, Heather, who's the one that requested it. And she finally watched it. I received a text from Wes, who is her significant other, and just today, so it's perfect timing. And he said the best part of Deadly Run was when I fell asleep halfway through.
He texted me the day they watched it, so 2 days ago, and he said, Deadliest Run is rough. And I said, that might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said about that.
But the email continues.
Ooh.
A couple notes from being on set. When I got there, the director was like, okay, let me do my Paul Klinko voice. Hold on. Okay. So in this movie, your dad is a wealthy Atlanta real estate mogul, but he has a double life. And I asked, so what's that double life? And pretty much they made up something like he's a secret agent. But they did have
This kid is operating under the fact that that's a secret agent, not a serial
Under
killer?
the guise that his
Yes.
father is a secret agent. Okay.
Hey.
So that's why he's playing with a gun.
But he does say here they did have an original Nintendo NES in the living room for me to go play in between takes. So I'm like, awesome. And I didn't ask any questions.
I love it.
That's better than craft service.
Yeah, it is.
Especially for a 10-year-old. Like, you're like, cool, M&Ms are great, but you know what's better?
Excuse me.
Nintendo.
No,
I'm
I want
42.
peanut butter M&Ms and Nintendo.
I'm 42 years old and I will take a Nintendo.
We got one at the brewery.
He continues, I did not know there was a serial killer on set. But hey, you know what?
Oh, fuck, that's right.
You know what? This is not on him because no one knew there was a serial killer on set yet.
Yeah.
What I can tell you is this. In that scene where the dude is yelling at me to turn down the racket, that dude, I think being his dad, I was told to imagine it was an awesome rockin' 80s metal song called American Geek, heavy metal riffs and such. Turns out there is no such thing as American Geek.
We
The
had
song
talked
doesn't
about
exist.
Yeah.
The song doesn't exist. I don't know what bullshit they dubbed in, but that was a letdown.
Oh,
that. Oh, man. That sucks.
And he finishes with, lastly, my character never dies in the film. Get ready for Deadly Run 2, The Next Generation.
oh my god.
I believe it's going to be called Deadly Runs.
That's a whole different movie, and it's definitely produced in Germany.
I want to say husband would totally film this for you.
I can't write a script, but I think we all know I can punch one up.
Yes.
Just give me final pass.
I did send him an email and ask
So
if
you
he
get the
was,
writing credit?
Yes, yeah. All written by Jack. All of it, the whole thing.
the first and last person to touch the
Me
script
and me
gets credit.
Stallone.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing that you two are the first and last people.
But I emailed him back. I told him thank you for emailing us. Like, this is really cool. It's a pretty exciting thing
Absolutely.
for us.
Yeah.
You know, a nobody podcast getting a response from somebody in the movie.
But we have bodies.
I did ask him if he was still
little too
trying to
much on
work
my
in the
side.
industry at all. Like, maybe he gave it up and was coming back, something like that. And I also asked him if it would be okay for us to read the email. So he emailed back yesterday. Hi, Derek. By all means, please do give Old Deadly Run a plug, especially the fact that Steve Winwood put it out on Vimeo.
Okay,
So again, I
perfect.
will put the link up to Vimeo if anybody's interested in watching it.
And we are going to now probably adjust our recommendations.
I mean, the half of them.
I'm just saying, makes it easier to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it is much easier to watch. So
It's-
if you listen to the episode, it was episode 67, by the way. It was about, God, a year ago, even though we're on episode 130 something now, but we've started producing a lot more. So
I need a break, guys. I've been held hostage in my own house. If I'm not funny, I don't eat.
But he goes on to say, I haven't been in the industry.
I'm starving.
I haven't been in the industry since I got braces in 1996. Once I thought I was too cool for acting. But he does mention that there's something missing from his IMDb profile.
A picture.
Well, that. But he was on the intro to Tom and
Nice.
Jerry's Funhouse in the 90s.
Oh.
So if you
Okay.
go watch the intro for Tom and Jerry's Funhouse, which if I can find it on YouTube, I'll put in a link right here. Oh, he gave me a link. But he's the kid in the orange shirt. So I'll just play that right now. I don't have it loaded up for you guys. Sorry.
Fuck us, right?
He says, since then, I've turned toward the space industry sector.
Ooh.
And right now I'm working on mining near Earth asteroids.
Okay, so you're doing some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Holy
maybe
shit,
cooler
that's
than maybe
cool.
cooler than being a serial
So
killer.
like
son.
Armageddon style near Earth
Yeah.
asteroids?
I'm
mean, I don't
getting
think
to
they're-
the end of this.
I don't think they're coming at Earth, but they pass by near and he's trying to figure out how to get shit off them.
I mean,
Have you
that's
ever
fucking
seen?
dope.
Have you ever seen The Expanse?
Yeah, love the Expanse.
All right, well, Belter Loda.
And then the link he gives me to the company he's with ends in .co.uk. That's why I'm like, okay, so he's in the UK. That's why he's emailing me only in the middle of the night. It's daytime.
That's why he's emailing Derek at the perfect time to email Derek.
Right?
Normal people would be like, I was sleeping. Derek's like, I just started my second slow gin fizz.
Yeah, because this one was at 2:22
He's not a
in the
Prohibition
morning.
era podcaster, guys. Sorry.
This one was at 2:22 in the morning, and I was definitely awake.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know you were awake. Every now and then, this dude texts me at like 9 or 10. I'm all, whoa, he's probably still awake.
No,
He's not waking up.
it's probably a scheduled text, honestly.
Yeah, if you get a text at 10 in the morning, I scheduled that shit because I didn't want to text you in the middle of the night.
I won't wake up for it.
The last thing he says on this one is, it's so cool that someone else knows what I've been trying to explain to my sister for years. Deadly Run is a bad movie, but it's an awesome bad movie. Please keep me looped in if you want to discuss more.
Yeah, please, let's do this.
Yeah, so I emailed him back and I asked if he was ever interested in doing a remote session with us. Not necessarily an episode, like, a movie, but just like a chat. What it was like working on the set in the 90s, things like that. It wouldn't be any rush, so we'll see when it comes up. But he responded and said he would thoroughly enjoy the opportunity to talk more. But he said, first, I'll want to listen to more of y'all's episodes. I'd say in a few weeks' time I'll have done that, so I look forward to it then. So we'll get him on. We are gearing up. We're doing a lot of extra recording because we're gearing up for the triple drops of Andor on Han Took Shots First. So that'll take up a lot of my time. These guys will have to record 3 episodes, which is like recording, a slightly longer
who do you
one
mean
episode.
These guys?
Okay, well, Jack at least.
The amount of gin that it's going to take for me to record these.
I don't think the recording is going to be the hard part. I'm going to be producing 3 episodes a week. But we will have him on to talk. So we'll come up with some questions and then we'll just have a chit chat. It'll be cool to talk to someone who was in one of our movies.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this.
We also have a line on someone else's wife.
Yes.
Do you remember
That's me.
who was Zip talking about?
From
One of the spoopy movies we did.
yeah, one of the, was it Jason? One of the last girls. And
Yeah, we have a line on talking to another person from one of these movies, one of our movies, who was in one of the horror movies that Zip knows. So we'll have some celebrity stuff coming up for you guys. And you know what? I'm not going to say celebrity like an asshole because they're more famous than me. I talk on the internet.
They have 100% more movies than I do. Not you, but me.
More movies that were released in an actual, buyable fashion.
I mean, look, here's the thing. We are unqualified assholes. We said that from the fucking top.
we have,
Those who can't do, teach. Those who can't teach, make fun of.
I could teach.
How to
think
make
or
fun of
two.
somebody?
I mean, I got kicked out of first grade school for teaching kids how to do something.
We're going to leave it there. We're going to leave
It right there. It wasn't masturbating.
I did.
We're gonna leave it there.
When I responded to him, I told him hey, we'll talk about the indie film world and stuff like that. I was like, because I know a little bit about it,
Indie!
but I only think of this because what you just said. I was like, the subtitle for our podcast is a comedy podcast by unqualified assholes.
Absolutely.
So we don't know shit.
Derek has the most knowledge of
He
production
literally
of
has
all
a
of us.
degree.
He has the most experience in production of all of us. And still, I think, lovingly is an unqualified asshole.
Yes. Yeah.
So
He has a year experience being on the road.
he has a
on film.
he's got a wife with ADD and a friend with ADD and depression. It somehow comes together to make this. We are trying.
We are trying.
So it was really exciting, and I wanted to
New
read
name for
that.
the podcast: Derek and his island of misfit friends.
Oh my god!
Oh, I thought you were just going to say we are trying.
I mean, but that implies I'm trying. I'm not always trying. Sometimes I'm giving up on the day.
Well, there's that we are attempting, and there's all.
Jesus, poor fucker.
Calm down.
Holy shit, there's a fucking earthquake. Everyone brace for one. It started on Derek. It's going to Whitney's. It's coming to my house any minute now. Oh, this might be the big one. Oh. I think we're good. Nothing happened. Whew. But it's just like my ex-wife said. I was waiting for something and nothing came.
But I think that title would imply that sometimes we are attempting to do a good job, and sometimes we are just trying. We are trying on the people listening. So. But yeah, so thank you, Wes.
Thank you, Wes, so much.
There's an actual earthquake coming, I'm sure.
Well, you can't see me looking at the camera, but thank you, Wes, so very
Yeah,
much. I'm
thank
like
you.
going cross-eyed.
Yeah, it's really cool to get that email. So
Yeah,
we
I'm
appreciate
happy.
it. And see, guys, I read the emails. So if you send us an email at badmoviesworstpeople@gmail.com that doesn't just say the name of a movie, I'll read your email too. Because
I
it's
will
not very
read it.
exciting to do a mailbag where I'm like, oh, Bethany said
Go fuck yourself.
nothing but trouble.
Yeah. All right. Look, here's the thing. You can make requests too. I'll do impersonations.
Tell me
Whitney
why.
can knock out some ASMR for you. You tell Derek what speed to read it in, how much helium to drink before he fucking says it.
Drink.
You don't drink helium?
I boost that shit.
I gotta go, guys. I
Well-
put the balloon up my butt, and then I do that little squeaky noise right up in there. And then I sound just like this.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to our horse shit. Stay tuned for whatever episode's coming next.
This
This is the
just
correct
in.
way to. This is how we dismount. By the way, this is unqualified assholes proving a fucking point here. Stay tuned for whatever we're doing next because we don't know. We might do an episode. It might be How Honey I'm Home. It might be Lethal Weapon 9, which we have to film. We aren't sure what we're doing here.
Speaking of Heil Honey, I'm Home, check out patreon.com/where'speople for our Latchkey Vids episode on Heil Honey, I'm Home coming out in April.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a Hitler sitcom.
Back
you
when
guys.
Nazis were funny.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I've been Derek.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Jack.
Bad movies, worst people at gmail.com.
Unqualified assholes.
That's us.